What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay-Z Bottom Lip, and today I'm going to be showing you guys on how to counter or how to really just deal with Reiko. Understand that when you play against Reiko, Reiko is going to challenge your patience. He's also going to challenge your composure and your will to actually be able to take your turn back accordingly and correctly under pressure. Those are the things that you're going to have to deal with. There's a few things in this game that people don't want to deal with because they feel like it's busted. Realize that there's nothing really in this game that's busted. We have things in this game that's kind of lame, and it's kind of just like, why do we have to deal with that? It's not necessarily busted. The only character that I can really think of that's kind of busted, you already know what I'm going to say, is Trimmer from MKX. MK11, the character I think is kind of busted is probably like Fujin, Cabal, and Cetrion, because they have so many tools that are safe that shouldn't be safe, and a lot of times games are all about risk reward, and when your opponent does something in particular, you should be able to take your turn back. Against those characters, all the characters that I name, it's really hard to take your turn back. The only way you can really take your turn back or play against those characters is if you play another top tier character. Reiko, again, is also a top tier character according to everyone else, but in this game, cameos are supposed to be the reflection of how good you are or how you can play against certain matchups, and utilizing them correctly. So there is cameos out there that you guys can deal with, probably like Sub-Zero, Mataro, and so on and so forth. We're not going to go into that with this video. I'm going to just show you guys how to deal with his base kit, and from there, you guys can probably come up with a flow chart, come up with a game plan, so on and so forth. So let's get right into this video. Really quick, before, because I think I have a preset to something, right? Oh, I don't have a preset to anything. Okay, so really quick, when you're fighting against Reiko has a, you have to realize that every character has their pros and cons, right? So Reiko's pros is that he's really good at zoning, really good at spacing, and he's really good at creating these layers and mind games when you allow him to. And what I mean by allowing him to is allowing him to get close enough to create these back two, which is +8, overhead, a sweep, down forward, and so on and so forth. Now, if you're a good player, you're going to learn how to play out of that range and bait him and whiff punish him. And then on top of that, you also have to realize the cons to this character. The cons to this character is that he doesn't have good reversal moves. He also results to mashing, which a lot of characters can blow him up for. He's going to have to armor to get out of a lot of situations. And even if he doesn't armor, he's going to have to down poke you and then steal his turn repetitively. And even then, if you down poke twice in this game, you can get punished for it. Even just one down poke can punish you. So just make sure that these are certain things that you're looking out for when fighting against this character. And then on top of that, if you learn to play against this character, you'll understand his habits. So for another example, everybody talks about his zoning and his projectile. The only way that he's allowed to throw a projectile if he's standing straight up, okay? That's one of the biggest things that most people don't talk about when they're talking about certain characters, zoning characters, or characters that are frustrating. In order to do certain things in particular, he has to stop what he's doing and stand up correctly, and then he has to throw a projectile. The only way you can jump over EX projectiles is if you jump forward. Jumping backwards does not allow you to dodge them. Only jumping forward. Don't know why, but jumping forward has a faster startup frame and a smaller hurt box when it comes to jumping. Jumping backwards and jumping straight up, they're both kind of the same. But if you jump like straight backwards slightly in like an instant air and then do maybe an aerial move that you may have, it kind of like deals that. You can see that with like Kung Lao Hat. Like certain characters will do like Kung Lao Hat, and you can jump out of it and then punish them, especially like Melina to Johnny Cage and so on and so forth. But I'm going to show you guys a few things that you can do to deal with Reiko. I'm not going to make this video long, so I appreciate you guys liking and comment like always. And let's get right into this video. Okay, so really quick, when you're fighting against Reiko, when he does this back move that's +8, you can deal with this move. There's no mind game to that. If you really want to, you can mash out of it. The only thing he's really guaranteed off of that back 2 move is being able to do down poke after it. Even if I do it quick enough, even if I do this move quick enough, I can still mash out of it. See if I can do it really quick too. Right? Hold on. I want to do stand poke because it is +8. See how? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm always gonna be able to poke because the initial move is always a high, and since the essential move is always a high, I can always down poke out of it because I can in this game, you can flawless block every single string, and since they allow you to do that, you don't have to hold any of that, right? So like, if I wanted to, I could just down poke out of it because it allows me to, like, you know, do this. See how I'm letting go of block and blocking at the same time. This is called OS blocking, and this is a very strong thing since MK11. And since I'm allowed to do this, it makes it really hard to jail or create mind games against certain characters, or even just characters in general. See, I'm just tapping R2. I'm not even like initially actual blocking him. I'm just doing it. So this allows you to understand that you can OS all those options, especially when he's trying to create those mind games with you. Just always poke him. The number one thing that most Reikos will like to do though is they'll do things like this, just see what you do, and then after they do this, they might down poke you or down poke you, and you can still mash on down poke. But be careful sometimes, because even if he does this right here, he can backstep into, I believe it's back to this string. Yeah, that right there. Let's see if I can get it actually. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh yeah, I can just, let's see. Yeah. How does it keep doing that? Let me see. Oh, why is it doing that? Oh, I think it's playing it backwards. Yeah, he can always backstab and then use his mid to check you. And the crazy thing about, like, he doesn't have to really think, because both of the moves you can hold back. So like he can just hold back triangle and then keep holding back and then back 3, if that makes sense. So like he doesn't have to really think about what he's doing. See, I'm just holding back the whole time. So, you know, I can just play like that. I'm probably make a guide for Reiko on how to play him correctly, because I feel like a lot of people don't play him correctly. He's like one of the few characters in the game where you can actually walk backwards and press buttons like a Street Fighter character, like Gaia or something like that. I don't know if that was by design, but yeah. Anyway, that's another thing you need to look out for. So a lot of times what I like to do when I'm fighting against Reiko, I like to do down 3 or down 4. If I do down 1, I got to be more careful, because he'll try to whiff punish me, and then that's a layer that he's going to have to establish beforehand if he doesn't want me to mash, because I'm going to start off mashing, and then if he starts thinking that I will mash, he'll start losing his turn by backstepping into back 3, and I'll be out of range because I'll back up, and then I'll whiff punish him, or I'll just reset the neutral. I don't want to talk too much about his back 2, because his back 2 is not that good if you guys really understand. One thing that I really wanted to talk about is this move right here. I wanted to talk about how you can deal with his command grab. This is the regular version right here. Hold on. That's that version. Then we're going to do the up one, and I'm going to show you guys how to deal with this. I want to show you first. See how I'm dealing with both of them? And you guys probably be like, oh, you're out of range. Okay, I got you. Okay. And it's on random playback, so I'm not really paying attention. Also, too, just to make you guys feel better, you can also do this as well, so you guys, you know, be like, oh, you're looking at that. So yeah, so basically what happens is that if you want to deal with Reiko's command grab, it doesn't matter if he does it raw, it doesn't matter if he does it into a string, and so on and so forth. If you want to deal with it, you have to delay and wait until the animation of the screen of him showing his face. Once he's done showing his face, then you slightly jump. See his face, then you jump. See his face right here, then you jump. Once it cuts from that animation, you have to jump right after it. And you have to slightly delay it too. But that's basically how you deal with that. Also too, another thing that a lot of people have been asking me how to deal with is this thing right here. So this kind of teaches you patience and composure, because you have to flawless block. It's the same way with like down poking to storm sail. Back then people had a flawless block it to deal with it, so they didn't have to take the additional damage. But sometimes people wanted to take the hit, so they didn't have to play that mind game of that layer. But if you are dealing with a Reiko that's playing off his sweep and then he starts doing things like this, there's only a few ways that you can deal with this. Is that you're gonna have to flawless block. You're gonna have to flawless block right here, and then you can take your turn back, and you can go from there. Also, too, when it comes to playing with Sub-Zero, and you don't want to deal with his zoning, so if you pay attention, it breaks his armor right here, right? You see that? See how it breaks it? If you don't want to deal with that, you have to duck it. But the second hit is going to kill you. So yeah, like if you just duck it, you don't have to take none of the damage. But the second one that's EX, you're gonna have to take it. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a little more resourceful with his resources by like not using EX over and over. But even if he does, you can still flawless block. And the way that I deal with flawless blocking against this character, especially his projectiles, is kind of wait until the I'll look at my character and wait until the projectiles are slightly about to hit me, and I kind of just block at that moment. And you can do it as you walk them down, but you just gotta anticipate it. Kind of like one of the things I deal with it, because you're not taking any damage, by the way. So this is something that you're gonna have to learn and focus on when playing against Reiko. Yes, it's boring, but like that's literally his game plan. So you can't be mad at the guy for wanting to play the way that he wants to play. If you want, basically find a character that's allowed that counters on him. You could use Mataro as well if you want. I recommend using Mataro if you really have, you don't have the patience to really want to fight against that type of stuff. You can do things like that, and you just zone him from there. And Mataro comes back pretty fast too, so you can do things like that if you don't really want to deal with the character. Just keep that in mind. You can also do that if you hold it long enough, so it creates a mind game of like he doesn't really want to zone you as much as he does. So utilize that as like I said. Another thing too, I think I already made a video. No, I haven't made a video actually on it. Let's see. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was, oh man, there was something else. What was it? Okay, so really quick though, that since it's on my head, this string right here, he can't mash after. It's -6, so he can't really mash after this. And if he does, he'll die for it. So like, watch this, right? So like, let's say that after he does this string, they like the down poke, right? Watch this. I guess it's gonna trade. I guess it's gonna trade. I should be able to punish that. There it is. Yeah, I'm tripping. So like you can whiff punish it by backstepping because he has a really bad down one. Like his down one doesn't have as much range as you think it does. So like you can whiff punish him for that. And then a lot of times when you fight against this character, you want to create space. You don't want to play up close against him because he can do things like this. No one ever does it. But like you can do things like this, and then you can die for it. So just be careful fighting against this character because what I've noticed is that no one ever punishes his command grab. So like if he does do it, the only thing that's going to happen is he's just going to be able to do it, and you're not gonna punish him for it. Like if people are not going to do this right here, because when they see it, they're gonna be like, oh shit, and then they won't get a full punish. And that will have it right there where I can show you. But just understand that like his down one is not that good. You can just backstab. You can do all types of stuff against that character if you want to when it comes to zoning him. Also too, like when you backstab, it OS's the command grab. So you can do that against this character as well. There is something else I wanted to talk to you guys about with this character. He can't do things like this. I know like sometimes he'll do this. He can't do that. He can die for it. The only way that he's able to make this safe is if he does it off a down poke. He can't do it until like an initial move because he'll get punished for it. So just keep that in mind when you're fighting against this character. I'm trying to think. There's also one thing that's really helpful when fighting against this character. I cannot think of it right now. Red Dag. Oh man. I had one for you guys. I think one of the other ones that I really wanted to get you guys to understand is that this move right here is all high. So like when you're playing against this character, you want to play out of his range where you can just react to like all his moves and all his pokes. So his bubble is a little large. So when you're fighting against this character, understand that this is his best button, this is his best button, this is his best button, and like, you know, maybe this button, but they probably won't use it. They'll use it for anti-air rather than to check you. The only thing they will do is that string, because it is -4, and you can make it more safe the way that you make it hit and stuff like that. So that's just something, that's that one string that you want to look out for. But again, you just kind of want to just play out of those range, and you can kind of just whip punish them. And even if you don't get the whip punish, you can essentially take your turn back, and that's really what you want to do, and keep that pressure on him, because he doesn't have really good counter pokes. So you can just learn how to keep punishing him. He'll result to like command grabbing you, or he'll result to jumping on when it's his turn, and you just got to react to his punishment for it. He's not a bad character, nor am I saying that all these things that I'm telling you to do is going to be easy to do against him. But it's really helpful to understand how to do this. It'll make your life more easier to understand how to fight this character with the type of playstyle that I'm telling you, rather than just going into that fight and then not having a game plan. So again, your game plan is to always flawless block the projectiles, walk this character down, but play out of his space range. Also, too, another thing that's really helpful is understand that he's going to wake up fatal, he's going to roll, he's going to do slide. If you start getting too close to him, he's going to result to wanting to create space, and also things like that are going to help him be able to create space. He might even use striker to do it, and then like to be safe, and then if he does get the combos, then he's be able to combo off of it if he does go for the raw slide. So there's like certain things that you want to watch out for when you're fighting this character. So I recommend playing like Mataro of Sub-Zero, so you can punish him for it. Sub-Zero is going to be probably the better one, because if he does go for slide, you can just do a string into Sub-Zero, and then his cameo won't be able to hit you. That's just one of my opinions. I don't really have problems fighting against Reiko, because the type of characters that I play and how much I know about this game. But there is still good Reikos that I lose to. But over the vast majority, I don't really struggle against this character. I know how to fight this character, and I also have patience. I think I also have a video that I uploaded playing with Tanya when I was fighting a whole bunch of Reiko players. So, you know, and then on top of that, I'll probably upload a video on how to deal with this character as I play with this character. There's also videos on me on YouTube fighting against El Kakoi, Reiko in tournament. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll probably put links below. And that was a long time ago, and I'm a lot better than I was back then. So that should tell you a lot. So that's really about it when it comes to fighting Reiko. Reiko is a very annoying character. Learn how to use your space, learn how to keep your composure, learn how to not overextend. Those are the 3 things that's really important to fighting Reiko. If you guys have any questions about anything that I said or anything that I missed, let me know, and I'll make sure that I'll cover it in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I always say, it's your boy Jay-Z Bottom Lip, and I'm out.